Okay, hi everybody, it's me, Bonkai922. Now, before I get into this Taizai chapter review, I just watched the first episode of Season 2 of Aldenor Zero. And this is all I have to say on this subject. I don't give a flying fuck what anyone says. Slane is a fucking idiot. I'm sorry. But what he did is stupid. What he did is called asinine. And I truly believe he has he has no bearing to what the princess of the Martians want. He knows nothing. He's like Jon Snow. And that's all I want to say about that. Okay, let's get into this chapter. This was actually kind of an interesting chapter, especially for Sean. Because you could say Taizai's true. It's shonen. Um, Relationships. Yeah, confession. And this was chapter, I believe, 110. And basically, in this chapter, we get the reveal last week of the Demon Clan. Damn, that smells bad news. Ooh. But we get that, and in this chapter, we get confession. We get this whole thing scenario with Diane and Elizabeth. And it's kind of weird because apparently Diane is not her affection towards Meliodas had nothing to do with her loving him. It basically had to do with the fact that he treated her like a human instead of a giant and that sort of thing. So she doesn't really love him. And Elizabeth kind of loves him, and she's like pushing towards it and everything. And that's when Diane starts talking about the story. And I realize, oh shit, she knows. Basically, she tells the story of how her and King met. So she seemingly knows that she met King a long time ago when she was younger, and that she has feelings for him. And she's wondering in the end of the chapter, she's basically saying, will he ever come back, and so on and so forth. So she knows that King's in love with her, and basically see King, and he's alone. He's with the mutt, the dog, and I guess this is like after the whole, when he was in the forest and everything. And we're also gonna see with Meliodas. Listen, Meliodas. He At this point, I can honestly say these demons are a huge, massive threat. Because when he felt that earthquake, he literally was trembling in his boots. He literally was. I don't know if we call it trembling, but he had a face like an angry ass face, and you realize, oh shit. So these demons are the real fucking deal. Like they're gonna destroy everything, and they're gonna bring their A game to this situation. But that basically what happened in this chapter. So it's kind of interesting seeing the relationships here, and it's kind of funny because this is like the first time that at least I've seen relationships in shonen done not too bad. It's not like he loves her and that never gets addressed. No, you had Elizabeth and you had Diane, who supposedly had some sort of affection towards Meliodas, and now it just breaks off here, and we have Diane with King. I liked how the author manga really did that. It was done very nicely. It wasn't like, I don't like him. It was done nicely. Unlike some doesn't do it. Dropping names there. But I thought it was done well. So it seems like now next week we're gonna get King. Hopefully, he comes home, comes back to them. Because they need to get King back. They need to get Bond back. Listen, it's gonna get crazy, man. It's gonna get really insane. Uh, they have to get everyone back. They, there's no question about it because they cannot fight all those demons by themselves. It, they need King and they need Bond and they need Merlin in there because it's gonna get crazy. So I like this chapter. Overall rating, I give this a 4 out of 5. But I will say, as far as relationships and showing relationships and the connections between them, done very well. Much better than most shonens. Most shonens, they don't even address it. They don't even fucking address it. They do it later on. They don't explore it intently. And this is like the first steps of exploring it more accurately. And I found it very interesting, intriguing, and pretty good job. Good job to the manga of Taizai, which I believe is who's the manga of Taizai? Name don't see his name here, but it's I believe Suzuki something. Yeah, good job. But yeah, that's pretty much the story. As far as Eleanor Zero is concerned, I will give my full first impressions along with the other stuff that I've seen. I haven't seen a lot. I saw uh I saw Tokyo Ghoul. No, I am not watching that. But I tell you what I will watch, and I will do first impressions on Assassination Classroom. Yes, I'm on the Assassination Classroom bandwagon. Also, I saw Death Parade. Gonna be awesome. A lot of good ones. I'll get to all of them during later in the week because this weekend, fuck, I had to work on Sunday. So, but take it or leave it. Until then, Bonkai 922. Look forward to the first impressions coming your way, guys. And yeah, I'll see you guys later. The Sins are in trouble. Peace.